We found the same exact buck. He's back. Today I wanted to come to one of my favorite spots for true rack mule deer, but the thing is I didn't know you could set up a tree stand here. You can set up a tree stand right here, and I was watching Scarecrow's video the other day, and he said that there's a couple of really good spots where you can set up some stands. That's not a bad sized buck right there. And then there's a couple more decent bucks somewhere over here. So we have the Hyperion on, so we're gonna try and get all three of these bucks. Oh, we would have had that one, but he bolted. We still have potential. He cut back at the last second. This is a really wide looking muley. I want to take a good shot though. I mean, if he's just going to stop there, we're going to take the opportunity, and that should have been... Yes, it was. So yeah, at least we finally got the biggest buck in the end. This spot's really good though. I'm going to show you right now as we're heading over there. If you look at the map, it is just to the east of this little place here, the Oray Outpost. This little lake right here. You have a tent set up here, a tripod here, and a tree stand right here. But I mean, I've seen as much as like 15 mule deer coming to this spot before. So we'll grab this buck here first. That's actually going to be the split G2 buck, 98 yards out, double lung, and it's 205 on him. Then we'll grab this buck second. That's going to be a double... Wait, this buck was split G2s too? Oh, I didn't even know that. But double lunged him at 100 yards out and a 203. And I believe this will be our biggest buck. That's going to be a 212 silver, but a really cool wide rack on him. Double lunged him at 175. That's a very unique looking rack actually. Oh my god, we found the same exact buck. He's back. Okay, so he just literally did the exact same thing he did last time, except for last time we took a shot and didn't hit him too well. This time we didn't take a shot because he didn't slow down and I didn't feel like making a bad shot. Anyways, I don't see him anymore. But what I do know is that we have a tent set up over here, right? And since I spotted that buck right here, I'm thinking he should be feeding over here somewhere. So if we go over here, we should be able to look down and find him out in this valley. Okay guys, so we just got in position. What we basically just did is we went over to this tent over here and we worked our way all the way down to this point here. Now this buck should be somewhere over here drinking at this point, but eventually he's going to want to come back this way and start feeding somewhere over here, and that's where hopefully we're going to cut him off. We got a nice little pocket right in front of us here where we can see all the way to the left and all the way to the right, and basically as soon as he crosses this opening, that's going to be our chance. Alright guys, we found him. He's about 80 yards out feeding right out in this field here. You could just see the tip of his rack right there. He came in with a couple other bucks as well. There's a really good one right there too. That's another level 4. A really high rack on him. That should be like a 230, 240s buck. But this buck here has an estimate up to 270. He's an absolute giant buck. We're going to go prone, put out some calls, and try and slide underneath this tree right here. We have some more mule deer coming in, so we better be careful. There's a bunch of them coming in right now. I can see about 5 or 6 of them actually. Oh, we got him, we got him. We got his attention. Here he comes, here he comes. What a beautiful buck. Wow. That really is something. That is so impressive right there. He's about 60 out right there. And kind of broadside, slightly quartering. We could take that, but we're going to hold off just yet. Hold on, we got some more bucks coming in. That's actually a decent ram. That's that other 4 over there. Oh man, he's perfectly broadside right there. At about 60 out. Is he going to come in closer? I don't think he's going to. He might. He's about 40 out right there. And actually, I think we might go for this. Perfect hard shot. He is down. We might actually be able to get this other buck too. Is that the same one or is that a different buck? It's not a bad buck, but it's not the big buck. I really want to get that other big 4. That's him right there. He's about 120 out. We're just going to take him with 30 out 6 here. Wait till he turns. You know what? I don't know if we're going to be able to take this shot. I think like we could take a shot with a bow and get his attention. But if that's the case, we might as well just take down this buck here, you know? So I'm hoping he notices. Oh man, he didn't even notice. Ooh, that's going to be a neck bone. Might have caught the front of the lung actually, but that is not bad. And I do think, yes, the other buck piled up as well over there. But let's take a look at this beautiful buck first. I've been wanting this buck for quite a while now. This buck here is actually kind of famous because this buck led us to our Diamond Potential Rocky Mountain elk that we got a couple days ago. This beautiful muley right here would have been our biggest muley during the live stream, but we didn't hit it quite good enough. But we got a second chance today and we definitely made it count. What a beautiful buck. Awesome scenery right there. And let's pick him up. He's going to score 270 gold. He was quartering at us and we got a double lung at 46 yards out. But that is an incredible rack on that buck. He ended up weighing 407 pounds. This might be one of our most impressive muleys so far. I really do think so. Especially with this sticker on the side here, and then there's 3 points coming off on this one, like the G2 right there, or his split right there. That is an incredible muley buck. I am so happy with this. Definitely gonna get him in the lodge. And let's go over here and grab this buck real quick. This is the one that we kind of took for like a bonus, I guess. I mean, he wasn't exactly the buck that we wanted, but because we're going to take a shot to try and get the other buck's attention, figured why not? 174 silver and a right lung on him. But hopefully we hit this guy in at least a single lung. I know we definitely hit neck, but hopefully we got at least a single lung, because this is a beautiful buck as well. I really wanted to get this buck. I was wrong. We didn't even hit the neck. We ended up getting a double lung heart shot, a 242. What a beautiful turning shot with the 30-06 there. Shoulder blade, double lung, and heart at 123. But I really like this rack. This reminds me of our first buck that we got, our 247 scoring true rack buck that we got with a bow. That thing's actually max weight too, 385 pounds. But that is a beautiful rack, and yeah, we're gonna get him mounted too. We really are. So if you want to know where we are, right here is two funds, and the other day we got the Diamond Rocky Mountain elk right here. We ended up missing that buck. Well, we hit it not so good right here, and he ended up well, eventually despawning from our map. But as a lot of you know, if you don't pick up an animal that you take down, it will eventually come back in somewhere near the same area as the exact same animal. I mean, I'm not saying it's going to weigh exactly the same, but it probably will. I know it's going to score pretty much exactly the same. And that's pretty much what happened right here, where we took down that buck at, I guess he was feeding right here from 10:30 until 14:30. So I thought we head over to some multiplayer, and I found a max weight muley track. We decided to track it down, and it led us to not only one, but two giant true rack muley bucks. There's one right here bedded about 138 yards from us, a 278 on the estimate on that buck there. And the other buck that's with him, I think goes up to like 272. I believe he's somewhere over here. He goes to 187. I thought he was a little bit bigger than that. But there is the one that's going to be the biggest buck right there at 130. Potentially we should be able to maybe get both these bucks. But I do want to switch out to the Hyperion, which I don't think we have that, do we? Oh yeah, we do. Perfect. So yeah, we want to try and get down this buck first. That's going to be kind of tricky. Alright, so it looks like our giant buck just stood up. That's him right there at about 120 out. And we have our other buck right here at about 87. That's a beautiful rack on that buck, but we should be able to potentially take down both these bucks. I think we'll go for this one first. Definitely should have taken down both of them. So we got vital hit there, and I believe we got vital hit here. They both ran this way. There's one piled up right there, and the other one should be... Uh-oh. This is the smaller of the two. Where's our big buck? That's a 250 gold. We got him at 87 yards out in left lung. Oh, he ran a little bit further, it looks like. Okay. So the last buck we got was like right here. And this buck ran probably like 40 or 50 yards further. But this is going to be our biggest buck, 278. And what an incredible rack on that buck right there. He has a sticker on both sides, super symmetrical. But we got him in the right lung at 119 out. But that right there is probably one of our coolest bucks. That's up there with our 6 hard. An overall spread, well, an inside spread of almost 40 inches inside. Look at the size of that thing. That's a beautiful muley right there. I was hoping he'd be a little bit bigger, but honestly, I am quite happy with that buck. Well guys, that was a pretty good hunt. We ended up getting that really big muley that we wanted to get since the live stream 3 days ago. He ended up scoring, where did he score again? This is him right here. 270.4, which is a beautiful muley buck, and I think he just looks so good right there. This is one of kind of like my favorite racks for mule deer. Yeah, he looks really good. He looks really good right there too. And this buck over here, we actually didn't get him mounted because I already have this buck. This is our biggest buck. This was a 6 hard. He scored 291.5. Now, the buck we got today had the exact same rack as this buck. He was a little bit smaller, but I mean, he was pretty much identically the exact same buck as this. He did score 278.3, I think. And honestly, I really don't know why I didn't get him mounted. I just, yeah, I didn't get him mounted. I wish I would have, but anyways, this buck here is very similar to the exact same buck. So yeah, that's gonna wrap up this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.